Nigel Farage spent 10 days calling for a war with Iran. Then he drove to a petrol station in Derbyshire, put up a sign saying 25p off with Farage, and blamed Labour for the price of oil. On the 28th of February, the day the bombs fell, Farage posted that Starmer needed to change his mind on the use of our military bases and back the Americans in this vital fight against Iran. He said it would be worth Britain getting involved and that we should do all we can to help US forces. His deputy, Richard Tice, said that if Reform were in power, they would be helping the Americans and the Israelis in any way they saw appropriate. In June 2025, when Israel first struck Iran, Farage had said he hoped the Iranian regime would be wiped out. Both statements were made on the record by Reform's two most senior figures in the days after the bombs fell. Then the polls moved. More in Common found that 75% of the British public opposed offensive military involvement. Just days earlier, Farage had been calling Starmer's response frankly pathetic and insisting we must do all we can to support the US operation. By the 10th of March, he was telling reporters that if we can't even defend Cyprus, let's not get ourselves involved in another foreign war, without acknowledging that this was a different position to the one he had been stating publicly all week. So, he organised his little stunt instead. He had a petrol station forecourt in Derbyshire rebranded in Reform's turquoise and announced he would reverse Labour's planned fuel duty increase by scrapping the green levies that reduced Britain's dependence on imported fossil fuels, whose price had just hit a 4-year high. The war he had been cheering on has no coherent plan. On the 9th of March, the same day Farage was standing on that forecourt, Trump told a press conference that the war was very complete, while his own Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth told CBS News the same morning it was only just the beginning. When a reporter asked Trump to reconcile the two positions, he said, "You could say both." In the space of a single week, the administration's justification had shifted from Iran having nuclear bomb-making material to Iran being capable of striking the US with missiles to Iran using conventional weapons to create conditions to restart nuclear ambitions. With no consistent rationale, no clear endgame, and no agreed definition of what winning looks like. Farage called for a war that raised your bills, reversed his position when it became unpopular, and then organised a little stunt at a petrol station to prove he was on your side. Farage has built his entire political career on the idea that he tells you what others won't. The petrol station stunt, the U-turn, the cheering on for a war with no plan and end game, that is his record. We are tracking all of it, so you can see it clearly at reformwatch.org.